Welcome back. Unless you're new here, then make sure you subscribe. It's me, Shondell, and I'm going to show you how I made these cute Renaissance disco ball themed cake toppers. First, you're going to head over to my Etsy shop to get the SVG, and then we're going to jump right into the project because y'all know I don't like the long talking. In Glowforge's software. Now, when you go in, you'll probably be at the dashboard. So I'm going to go back just to show you what it looks like. So here it is with projects from Glowforge. Recent designs are the things that I recently worked with. When you go to your designs, it'll be right here. So we're going to start a brand new project. We're going to click on create a new design. Right here, create blank design. And the Glowforge is on, and this is the piece of acrylic that I have on the Glowforge bed. So this is mirror acrylic, and I double mask my mirror acrylic so that when you're cutting it on the back side, it doesn't have like that flashback or those burn marks on the front. So I'm going to click the plus sign. That's basically uploading your SVG file. You're going to click on upload. Now, as you know, the file is in my Etsy shop. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So I'm going to choose one. Then I'm going to click on upload, and then it's going to come into the Glowforge software. Then I'm going to show you guys sizing and then the order that I cut it. When I have a top layer of acrylic, anytime I have the opportunity to use the 3M double-sided tape, I use that so I don't have to use any glue. And it's basically you're putting it on the back of your design before you cut it to basically turn it into a sticker. I realize I'm saying basically a lot. Okay, so we have our layers here. First thing you need to know is this layer right here, you don't need it. This is the option when you want to cut on paper, and this is going to be the option when we're cutting on acrylic or wood. So we're going to just click on that and click delete. We don't need that. So now we are going to layer everything together and change the size. Now this right here, this is not going to cut. This is going to be engraved. So you're going to go to the layer. See this right here on your left? When you click on it, the option comes up to choose engrave, cut, score, or ignore. We're going to choose engrave. Now this one right here, it's on cut. This is the setting for these three right here. Before I layer these, I want to show you my cut settings. When you click on cut, there's a default setting that you could just have it on cut. When I first got my Glowforge, that worked well, but after a while, it wasn't cutting all the way through. So I researched and I found some information in some Facebook groups. So you can click on manual. Now I go to speed, delete the 500 and change it to 160. Turn on full power. Now the group had said choose 2 passes. I did that, and then after a while, it wasn't working. I don't know what happened. So I started choosing 3 passes, and now I have no problem with that. Now the other layer, which is the background layer, we're going to do the same. Select it, go to cut, go to manual, and we're going to change that speed to 160. I really don't know why. Okay, I Googled this, not Google this. I checked some Facebook groups I used to be in, and this is the information I got, and it works well, so I just go with it. So back here, we're going to center this. Try to get it directly in the center, right there. You're going to highlight both, right-click, and group it together. So basically, your disco ball is going to be engraved and then cut out right here. Now we're going to put this, center it here. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, I think I made mine a little bit bigger, just so it doesn't have as much space in between the acrylic. So I'm going to move it over. I'm actually using the up and down, side to side keys on my keyboard to move it around. So we're going to put the 4 here. and the square here. And then what we're going to do, it doesn't have to be lined up exact right now. Highlight all of it, right click, and then we're going to group it together. This is just for us to change to the size that you want. Now, default, I usually do 6 inches in width. But if you're making it for anyone specific, find out the size they'll need it or the cake topper that it'll be on. If you're just selling like in Etsy, for me, 6 will be the size, right? So we're going to right click and ungroup that now. See, if I brought this down in the center, they don't touch. Just make sure they're not touching. So we're going to remove. Look, Lord, I ungroup the whole thing. Let me put this back in the center and group these two back together because it ungrouped everything. So we're going to highlight and group. There we go. Now the number 4 and this one, we're going to cut together. That's the top layer. This is the back layer. Now, I couldn't find my clear. Not I couldn't find, y'all. It was done. I didn't have any more clear. So usually I would do my background layer clear. On this one, I did mirror acrylic for all pieces because I ran out of clear. But let me show you a way. So because these are the top layers, I'm going to use the double-sided 3M tape so that when this finished cutting, I can just, because it's mirror acrylic, I am cutting on the back side of the mirror acrylic. So I will flip this design. And on this side here, you can flip horizontal. Now, if you're not paying for, why is this offline? I have it on. I'm gonna go turn off and on back the machine. It's been on all day. If you're not paying for what is going on? Excuse me, guys. If you're not paying for Glowforge's monthly subscription to use the features, you won't be able to use this. It's about $50, I think, a month, and they had a deal where you pay about $300 for the year. You don't have to. If you want to bring this into another, maybe Photoshop Illustrator, flip it and then save it as it's flipped so you don't have to pay. But I do pay just for the convenience, right? So now, this is the right? So now, this is the so at the point of this video, once I went back to edit, I realized my voice was being recorded, but the screen wasn't showing what I was doing. So I'm just going to explain what I did to you guys while the screen just sits there frozen. I don't even know how that happened. So I don't want you to get bored, so I'm going to tell you quickly. Get a square and just place it around the full design, the 4, the 0, and the rectangle. So you're going to make it a little bit wider. Essentially, what we're going to do is cut out a triangle, a square piece. Then we're going to put the tape on that piece, put it back in, and then cut these pieces on that one little square so we don't waste our 3M tape and have to put it on the whole entire piece of acrylic. I hope that made sense because for some reason it didn't record. So just put a square around your design. Remove your design from cutting. Just cut the square first. Then you're going to come back in design space. That part is going to show next. And then we're going to line up the design into that square that we just cut. I'm not sure why it didn't show. I'm not sure, but let's try this again. We're going to click, let me just close this out the way, right here where it says print. It's going to load and then it's going to tell you how long it's going to take for Glowforge to, y'all hear it back there? For the Glowforge to complete this project. Once we do that, we're going to go press the button, have it cut, and then I'll show you how I add the double-sided 3M tape on it. Then you're going to place it back on the bed in that space that it was cut out. And then we're going to adjust the pieces at the top layer, to cut on this square that now has the tape on it. So it's 1 minute and 4 seconds. So let's get to work. We're going to click, let me just close this out the way, right here where it says print. It's going to load and then it's going to tell you how long it's going to take for Glowforge to, y'all hear it back there? For the Glowforge to complete this project. Once we do that, we're going to go press the button, have it cut, And then I'll show you how I add the double-sided 3M tape on it. Then you're going to place it back on the bed in that space that it was cut out. And then we're going to adjust the pieces at the top layer, to cut on this square that now has the tape on it. So it's 1 minute and 4 seconds. So let's get to work. Okay, so I cut my square, and off screen, I realized I didn't record it. I already took off the double-sided masking tape. So you're going to get your 3M sticker sheet. You're going to lay the acrylic piece that we have onto it, and then we're going to cut out the piece that we need. And you want it to be exact, because what we're trying to do is avoid wasting any of this 3M sticker sheet. So you're going to cut the exact side. That little piece of masking tape you're seeing there, just like a fold over piece, is perfectly fine. Once we're done, you're just going to peel it off of the design. And that's basically it. You're going to peel it off and then stick it, just like a sticker. And of course, again, I peeled it off outside of the screen. I guess I really wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But you're going to peel it off. There we go. And then just place it on. So you're basically turning this piece of acrylic into a sticker. Then you're going to place it in the Glowforge with the 3M side facing up. I got a little bit on my fingers. And then you're going to cut your design mirrored, because this is the mirror acrylic and we're cutting on the back. So I just pressed the edges just to make sure it was smooth as possible. And now this is me just placing it back into the Glowforge, closing that bad boy down, and now we're going to go send it to the machine. Put back in. You're not going crazy. This is 2 separate pieces of acrylic that you're seeing when I am here in the Glowforge system, compared to when I show you the video of what's going on in the Glowforge, because I've recorded these 2 pieces about 2 weeks apart. So imagine you're seeing the square. If you have your Glowforge, you will be seeing the square that you put back in, because the camera will take, it's showing you what's on the bed, right? So this is our next step. We're going to take this design here, highlight all 3 pieces, bring them back and line them up. Okay, now I'm frozen. So basically you're going to bring them down. I'm using the keyboard to move it because for some reason it could, I hope my mouse is not dead. Okay. So you're going to line it up in the square so that it can cut now here where our double-sided tape is. Now for the words, you see the little triangle we have here? So my square that you're seeing, pretend you don't see it. I'm just going to go ignore so it doesn't cut. And this will represent the square that we just put back in. Now in the triangle area, that's where you're going to put your words, and we're going to engrave those words on the square. So you can click text right here. You're going to type in what you want to put. I'm going to put it in all caps. Year of the, right? And then you're going to click out here. That's how it's going to look. You will just have to size it. Hold on. Right? We're going to make it like a little bit. We're going to unlock it right here first, because we want to be able to unlock. Did I already have it unlocked? I sure did. All right, like about here. That might be a little wide, but we'll see when I type in Renaissance. Right? All right, go back, hit the text. Then you're going to type in Renaissance. And that's if that's what you want to put. Year of the Renaissance, totally up to you. So now we're just going to size this one as well. I like it a little longer than year of. See? Now don't forget, we're cutting on mirror acrylic, so we're going to flip. Well, we're cutting on the, so we're flipping it, and that's it. You can even put happy birthday with the person's name, whatever it is, however you want it to be done. When you type it in, if you go to this panel here, you'd already see it's set to engrave, so you don't have to do anything else. So you're going to click on print right here. And then, of course, Glowforge is going to tell us how long it's going to take. And if you already have a Glowforge or you're new to Glowforge, just know that engraving takes some time. It really does take its time. And so does Glowforge calculating how long it's going to take. All right, see that? 35 minutes and 12 seconds to do that. So we're going to send it to the machine. Also, you know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel. We're going to ungroup this. I just want to show you the difference in time. So do not go back and ungroup. This is just to show you that was 35 minutes. Take off all the engraving parts, send it to cut. Let's see how long it would take to just cut these 3 pieces. See that? 4 minutes. So all the engraving is what's going to take us like a half an hour. I just wanted to show you guys that. So we're just going to go back to where we were and send that bad boy to cut for the 35 minutes. And then let's take it off and layer our cake topper. I don't need to really show this part, but your back layer, you want to make sure you flip it to mirror. This is how it was originally. And then I flipped it because I'm cutting it on silver acrylic. If you're cutting on clear, you don't have to do that. Usually I cut on clear. It saves money. Not that you need to necessarily save, because you're going to charge your customer for the materials. But, and it's also up to, you know, I guess you or the customer, which one they would like. If you're going to give options, you could give options of having the background as clear or having the background as mirror. Offering those 2 options are good because it's going to be 2 separate prices and they can just choose. But anyway, enough babbling. Let's get this cut and we can assemble all of these pieces. So here I'm just taking the square that we cut. I already peeled off the masking tape off screen. And you're going to lay it on top of your your 3M tape. You're going to cut out the exact piece so that we're not wasting any, because that's the whole point. I used to just place that whole thing on a full sheet of acrylic and never use the other piece. So that's why now I make this little square or whatever shape you can use to cut out your design. You're going to peel that off, that one sheet off. And essentially we're just turning this sheet of acrylic into a sticker paper and just press it down and you're going to place it back in the Glowforge. So this is me here, taking that piece that we just covered. You want this tape side up because we're cutting on the back of the mirror acrylic. All right, so this is why it's so important to mirror. So I cut this regularly. Remember, I cut on the back, I didn't mirror. So this is the front and it's backwards. So this is my shiny part. Let me just, also disregard the nails, okay? I'm gonna be getting them done at some point in time. That's not what's important here, okay? And I know y'all sometimes y'all don't care. It'd be me who care. See, look at that. Nice, beautiful mirror acrylic. Cannot be used. So I ended up finding this piece, which it was cut from something else, but it didn't go through. And this is the 3M sticker tape. So this is actually sticky once I peel this off. But again, this is not for anyone. This is just for content purposes. So I can still use it, right? So you're going to see those prints on there. But because I am going to add the bling, you're not going to see anything. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, if you are making this for your customer, do not use any of your old messed up acrylic, okay? Because then your business gonna lose all credibility. Look at me shaking the table. Like literally. So we're gonna peel this off. I highly recommend before peeling, I usually do it, but today I'm just making videos, so I was rushing through. Clean this off. I use a toothbrush to just like scrub it. You can use like detergent, anything you want on there, right? Just clean it, because when it cuts, look at the table. I don't know if you guys can see the little dust just from the charring. You want to clean that off.
right? So y'all see the pieces that was cut from something before. Now, because we use that 3M tape, you're just going to peel your 3M off. And now this is sticky. I always just line up everything I'm going to use just to make sure they're in the right place. And remember, once you place this down, there is no picking up for this 3M tape, okay? That's that. I'm gonna leave the protective tape on there. Now, I might have, that was me hitting the thing against my leg. Clean this out to get all of the dustiness out of there. Now, because this is a disco ball, you're gonna be peeling. So it's up to you if you wanna make this piece a sticker as well with the 3M, or you prefer to just cut it and just add the little glue. Because now, I didn't think of this when I originally was doing it. We have to get all of these little pieces off. But for content purposes, I will not be peeling all. It's still gonna stick. I'm just gonna take some of the big ones in the middle, and around the edge still has it. So honestly, I would recommend gluing this part. Just 3, baby. Because we don't wanna be here all day. It's just for tutorial and you guys understand what you have to peel. So we're gonna lay this here. Perfect. Next step. And remember, you can put whatever saying, wording, phrase you want on this part. Should I peel those little bits? Yes, you should. You should. This is for content. We don't have to. So you're going to center it where you want it. That's not centered. Move over, little girl. I'm holding it right above, so I'm not going to drop it completely down until I find where I want to put it. Okay. So, as you can see, peel it off. Let's peel some more. Child, I guess that humbled me. I thought I was gonna flip it, we was gonna be good. And guess what? I'm not peeling all. That's just too much for the video. But I recommend that you do. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press it and try to get at least the edges down. Let's see if that, no, I feel it moving. So the bottom is sticking, but the top ain't. Child, here go the fast. I'm gonna grab some Gorilla Glue. And this is pure laziness, just so you know. I don't feel like peeling all of the sticky off right now. And because it's just for tutorial, you know, this is not for a customer. I already made this for a customer and I decided to remake it so I could show how I made it. Right? And then make SVGs for everyone so it's easy. So quickly. And I try not to delete stuff like this, just so people can see like the same little issues you have with stuff. I have too, so it's not like perfect. All right, so we're gluing that down. Do not judge me for not peeling that, all right? Y'all understand what I mean. So what I did originally, the background was clear. It wasn't silver. You can do that too, because y'all know how the mirror acrylic is not cheap, but you're gonna, you know, charge accordingly. Look at, I love mirror acrylic, child. All right. I'm looking at these nails after I finish creating all my content. We're getting these nails done. Okay. So you see how beautiful that is? Mirror on mirror. But I want to go in. I surely ain't sent to that. And I want to bling the edges. Now, I don't know if there's enough space to bling these, but I'll probably put it on here, or I'll probably leave the disco ball, bling everything else. And I was also considering blinging the 40 and then just blinging the outside of the Renaissance, or just the 40. So depending on you, get your SVG. You can even just keep this clear, bling the rest. You can do a different color mirror acrylic in the background. Now, the reason why I said I was going to bling because I wanted to hide these. But again, it's not for a customer or for anyone. So it really doesn't matter. So I think instead I'm going to bling the number 4. So we're going to do that together.
Okay, so I got my stones ready and my glue and my pickup tool. I just pour them out. I should put them in a tray. I know. I'll do better next time. But anyway, what you're going to do is any design that you have, you want to outline your design first. And then that'll make it look real neat, no matter how you fill in those pieces. Once you outline the edges and you see that inner triangle of the number 4, you're going to outline that too with the stones. Go all the way around. And also, it doesn't matter if your glue is like messy because we're filling in the entire thing, so you won't really even notice. And the glue is clear. Obviously when it dries it'll be clear as well, so just go around the full perimeter and the inner square, and then you're just going to fill in after that. And again, as usual, I'm just going to speed it up so you guys don't have to sit through the whole entire process. So what I'm doing is, it's considered scatter method, and that's when you use multiple size stones and just place them. Let's kind of like fill them in like Tetris or like a puzzle. So you just keep filling in the entire inside of it. And if you feel like blinging the square or even the, what's this thing called? Oh, how did I forget the name? Um, the disco ball. That's what it is. Just fill that in if that's what you feel like doing. I obviously chose not to, and I just did the number 4. And again, here is our finished product. I love it. I really love it. And y'all know Beyonce right now and the whole Renaissance tour is trending. So this will be a great addition to your shop. Again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If not, thanks for being a returning subscriber. I have the links down in the description to get the SVG files and the supplies that I use. Also, you can get up to $500 off of your Glowforge by using my link. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace in the Middle East. Rain in Spain.